These whispered lessons shown on this channel. If I had known.
The hidden cost of living the American dream, United States. If I had known that chasing a lifestyle could quietly drain my future, I would have chosen peace over pressure. I grew up believing in the promise everyone talked about, the idea that if you worked hard, stayed focused, and did everything right, success would come. Like many Americans, I followed the path: graduate high school, go to college, get a degree, land a good job. Simple, right? That's what I thought too. In school, no one really talked about money beyond getting it. Teachers focused on grades. Parents focused on discipline. Society focused on achievement. The message was always the same: work hard now, enjoy later. So I did. Late nights studying. Early mornings rushing to lectures. Part-time jobs just to survive. I told myself it would all be worth it someday. Graduation day felt like that someday. I remember standing there in my cap and gown, smiling for pictures, feeling proud, not just of myself, but of the future I thought was guaranteed. Everyone kept saying, "This is just the beginning." They were right, but not in the way I expected. I got my first job at 22. The salary sounded big at the time, $52,000 a year. I remember staring at the offer letter, reading the number again and again. I've made it. That's what I told myself. My parents were proud. My friends were celebrating their own offers too. We talked about apartments, cars, vacations, everything we were finally going to afford. It felt like we were stepping into the life we had dreamed about for years. For the first few weeks, everything felt exciting. My first paycheck hit my account, and I just stared at it. It felt unreal. This was money I had earned, not borrowed, not given. But then reality arrived, quietly. Rent alone was $1,400 a month. Student loan payments, $380. Car payment and insurance, another $500. And that was just the beginning. Groceries, gas, phone bill, internet, utilities. Every expense took a piece. At first, I didn't panic. I told myself, this is just part of being an adult. But deep down, something felt off. The numbers didn't stretch as far as I thought they would. But instead of slowing down, I sped up. Everyone around me seemed to be doing well. New apartments with modern furniture. Weekend trips to cities I had only seen online. The latest phones, the best clothes, the perfect lifestyle. Social media made it look effortless. Scroll, tap, like. It looked like success. And I didn't want to feel like the only one struggling. So I told myself, I deserve this too. That was the moment everything started to shift. I opened my first credit card. At first, it felt like freedom. Swipe now, pay later. It didn't feel like debt, it felt like access. A new couch for my apartment, $1,200. A vacation to Miami, $900. Dinner nights, Uber rides, subscriptions, clothes, small amounts that didn't seem dangerous. Because I wasn't handing over cash, it didn't feel real. And that's how it starts. Quietly. Then came the statements. $3,200 balance. $4,750 balance. $6,100 balance. I remember opening the app one night and just staring at the numbers. It didn't make sense. How did it get this high? And the interest, it kept growing even when I wasn't spending. I told myself I'd fix it soon. I just needed a raise. Or maybe a side hustle. Or maybe just one more month. But 1 month turned into 2. 2 months turned into a year. And a year turned into 2. By 25, I was earning more, $68,000 a year. But somehow, I felt poorer. Nothing had changed. Except the pressure. I was trapped in a cycle. Earn, spend, owe, repeat. And the worst part? I looked successful from the outside. Nice apartment. Clean clothes. Smiling photos online. No one could see the anxiety behind it. The late nights staring at my bank account. The silent calculations before every purchase. The quiet panic when my card got declined once. I laughed it off in public. But inside, it stayed with me. Then one moment changed everything. My car broke down. No warning. No preparation. Just one unexpected problem. The repair cost? $2,400. I didn't have it. Not in savings. Not in cash. Not anywhere. That was the moment reality hit me harder than anything before. I had been working for years. Earning. Spending. Living what looked like a good life. But I had nothing to show for it. Nothing except debt. That was the moment I stopped pretending. No more excuses. No more I'll fix it later. I faced it. I canceled subscriptions I didn't need. I stopped chasing trends. I said no to things I used to say yes to. And most importantly, I made a budget. Not a loose plan. A strict, uncomfortable, honest one. At first, it felt limiting. Like I was giving something up. But slowly, something changed. I wasn't losing freedom. I was gaining control. I started paying more than the minimum. I tracked every dollar. I rebuilt my habits, one decision at a time. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't fast. But it was real. 2 years later, I paid off my credit cards. No celebration. No big announcement. Just a quiet moment where I realized I was no longer trapped. Final reflection. It didn't feel like winning the lottery. It felt steady. It felt peaceful. It felt like freedom. If I had known that real success isn't about how things look, but how stable they are, I would have made different choices sooner. Because the truth is, many people are living this same story. In a country where debt feels normal, where appearances often matter more than reality, where pressure can quietly shape your decisions. It's easy to get lost, but you don't have to. If I had known, I would have chosen patience over pressure, discipline over distraction, reality over illusion. And maybe, just maybe, I would have been free a little earlier. Thank you for choosing If I Had Known YouTube channel, where you find the life-changing stories. Stay tuned in and never miss the next episode.